Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Samson the Roadman, and today I want to talk about a cost of building materials right in Zambia. Okay, so I'm sure some of you have been wanting to get into real estate investment, like building your own houses from scratch, to finishing. But then you've been wondering what could certain materials actually cost, So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about how much materials are costing in Zambia, and to be specific, in this area where I am. And this is in Kavango West and in one of the villages called Mwanshama. So the material cost depend, number one, without wasting much of your time, I'm just going to go straight into it. So there are a number of things that you need to consider when you are thinking of getting into real estate, and one of them is cost of raw materials. Now, what do I mean? Others may be asking. So that is basically what this video is all about. Okay, right. So if you want to build your own house back here in Zambia, or you are an African based in the diaspora, you want to get into real estate development back home where you're actually coming from, in this video I'm going to share with you the cost of raw materials and labor, part of labor of course, here in Africa, and to be specific in Zambia right now. Okay, so stay tuned, watch this video from start to the end, because I'll be sharing all that in this particular video. So I'm seated here, this is in Kavango West in Lusaka, where I've been building a wall fence for one of my subscribers. Okay, so now listen, these are some of the things that are actually maybe holding you back. You want to build, yet when you look at the what people are actually telling you about the cost of raw materials, you go like, what? I think I'll build some other time, or maybe I'll start my real estate development some other time. Now, if that is the case with you, it's a bit windy here today, so if that is the case with you guys, I'm here to address a number of things and give you hope that you can actually venture into real estate development in Zambia with just a minimal budget. Okay, at least we'll call it that way for now. So when you want to build, let's start with a small house. Let's look at a house that is about a two-bedroom house. Okay, a two-bedroom house, nice house, self-contained house. How much will it cost? Those are some of the questions which people actually have. I know, for those that are watching from England, from the UK, from the UK, from Canada, from USA, Australia, you may be looking at, you're actually going to be shocked if I tell you about these, prices. Now, what do I mean? Okay, so let us look at how much does labor actually cost. For example, if you want to build a house that is a two-bedroom house with a kitchen, a sitting room, a self-contained house, that is for that matter. Okay, how much would labor actually cost, like building from scratch to the roof level? Okay, now when I talk about the roof level, it doesn't mean like we put the roof, no, just building, like actually brickwork. How much do the Zambians actually charge? Okay, so as you can see here, this wall fence, of course this is a wall fence, but it applies in many other brickwork charging. How much do people charge? So normally in Zambia, builders, or if you call them bricklayers or things like that, they charge 2 kwacha 15 ngwe. 2 kwacha 15 ngwe laying a block. So if you're looking at 2 kwacha 15 ngwe, how much is that in cents? I don't know, guys. Like seriously, I don't know. But you can convey it. $1 is at 27 kwacha in Zambia. So now you divide that into 2 kwacha 15 ngwe. So I don't know how you do the math there, but that's how much the guys charge. 2 kwacha 50 ngwe to lay a block. So so if, let's take for example, you want to build a house, a 2-bedroom house like I explained, and then that house actually it will require you to have about close to 3,000 blocks, 2,700, 2,800 blocks, somewhere there. Okay, but for argument's sake, let's say it's 3,000 blocks that you are going to lay. You do 3,000 blocks times 2 kwacha 50 ngwe, and you'll be looking at, I think, about 7,500 kwacha. Yeah, if my math serves me well, because 1,000 blocks is about 2 kwacha. It's about 2,500. That's how much they're going to charge you for laying those blocks. So for 2,000 blocks, it will be like 5,000 kwacha. For 3,000 blocks, it will be 7,500 kwacha. Okay, so now you are doing the math yourself a bit. So to build that house, a 2-bedroom house, to that level where to the roof level, it will cost you about 7,500 kwacha. Okay, now this is for professionals, but those that just know a bit of bricklaying, they may, and maybe if you pick somebody maybe you pick somebody that is desperate and they just want a job and things like that, they can even charge you a 5,000, maybe a 5,700, 5,000, somewhere there, and then they build for you. But that is the standard for most builders, 2,000, 2 kwacha 50 ngwe per block. So that is how much you should actually, if you ask those that are builders back home here in Zambia, they will tell you this is the price. Okay, most of them anyway, but others, of course, you can even do some negotiations here and there, like, the African way. So then that's how much people do charge. That's labor. But now when they charge that, it doesn't mean like it includes the digging of the foundation, like the doing of the concrete, the slab, I mean. The slab also comes at its own cost, and the plastering of the house has its own cost. So in terms of labor, that is. So, hey, there are a lot of these other charges. And then we'll talk about other charges as well, so charges like for labor, what you need and stuff like that. But for this one specifically is for brick work, brick laying, as others would actually call it. So that's how much they would charge. So slab, it's on its own. Plastering is on its own. That's a different job. So now let us look at other things, like exactly like the materials, other materials that you need. So we've looked at the labor cost, of course. Now we're gonna look at other things that are related to this. Okay, all right guys, so I think I've talked about the labor, and I've talked about labor, of course, how much they charge. Of course, this amount of money, let me just emphasize on the fact that these charges, the builders would ask you to pay a certain fee at a certain level of building. So for example, if they build from they put the footing and then they build to the slab level, they will charge you. You're going to pay them something, and then again from the slab level, they build to window level, somewhere there, they'll ask that you pay them something until now they reach the roof level. So that's when you finish everything. So its building is actually in stages like that. So that's how it works. But then maybe in the next video I'm going to talk about other things that are involved as well. I'll talk about the materials, how much they are costing. Okay, because in this video, I know it's short, I've just talked about the labor cost and things like that. So yeah, in my next video, make sure that you subscribe, watch this one to the end, and also turn on the bell notification so that whenever I do post a video, you guys don't miss like any single of my upload. Okay, so I'll be sharing with you guys a number of these tips so that you actually get to know as you are building along. Okay, so this particular channel is not really about building. I don't talk much about building because this is, oh, of course I do talk about real estate, I do talk about farming, I do talk about traveling. So but I just want you guys to have an idea of how much some of these things actually cost. So you may watch this video on my Truth Only channel, yeah, and also on Samson the Roadman. You can actually see this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this particular channel, guys, as I'll be dropping a lot of these tips about building in Africa. And yeah, like investing in Africa, guys, this is something that you should always consider. You know, like building in Zambia is super cool. It's actually a good investment. You know, it's good investment. Real estate investment are very good. So yeah, that is what I can say for now, but I'm gonna chat with you later in another video so that we look at you look at the cost of materials, you know, because the cost of materials have been changing from, you know, it goes high, it goes low, but I want to give you at least an idea of how much every thing that you need for you to start building it actually costs, you know, so that you're not swindled, you're not scammed by your relatives back home, or maybe your friends that you engage to support you, you know, so they don't swindle you. So that is the cost, you know. So we are going to look at the cost of all these materials, guys, and we get talking. Yeah, so apart from that, I think we're also going to look at the other things that people don't actually tell you when it comes to building. Like, what are other hidden costs, actually hidden costs, you know. So hidden costs, there are quite a lot of other hidden costs when it comes to building. Like you can see there's water issue, there's you know, there's all these things that are involved. But we'll talk about that one in the next video, guys. So I'll see you. Bye bye for now. Take care of yourselves. Bye.